Imagine you're walking through a completely barren desert, millions of miles from anything. You kick the sand, and your toe hits something. You reach down and pull out a fully functional, perfectly tuned Rolex watch. What would you conclude? That random winds and sand, over millions of years, just happened to assemble all those tiny gears and springs into a precise timekeeping device. Of course not. You'd immediately conclude that an intelligent watchmaker must have been there. Now, consider our universe. Scientists have discovered that the cosmos runs on about 24 fundamental numbers, or constants. Things like the force of gravity, the strength of the nuclear forces that hold atoms together, the mass of an electron. Here's the mind-blowing part: these numbers are not just random. They are set to such precise, specific values that if any one of them were tweaked by an unimaginably tiny fraction, life as we know it would be impossible. Let me give you just two examples: the cosmic expansion force. The force that drives the expansion of the universe has a value so precise that if it were altered by 1 part in 10 to the power of 120, that's a 1 with 120 zeros after it, the universe would either have blown apart too fast for stars to form, or collapse back in on itself instantly. It's like hitting a bullseye on a dartboard that is the size of the entire observable universe. The strong nuclear force. This is the glue that holds the center of every atom together. If it were just 2% stronger, all the hydrogen in the early universe would have fused into helium, leaving no water or life. If it were 2% weaker, no elements heavier than hydrogen could form. No carbon, no oxygen, no planets, no us. It's as if the universe has hundreds of dials, and every single one is set to the exact setting needed for a life-supporting cosmos. The odds of this happening by pure chance are so astronomically low that it defies imagination. So how do we explain this incredible precision? Coincidence? We just won the cosmic lottery. While possible, to rest your entire worldview on a statistical miracle seems, to me, to be an act of faith far greater than any religion demands. The second option, popular in science fiction, is the multiverse. Maybe there are an infinite number of universes, all with different random settings, and we just happen to live in the one that works. But think about that for a second. This is an unprovable hypothesis. There is no evidence for it. And even if it were true, it just pushes the question back a step: who or what designed the multiverse generating machine? You still need an ultimate, transcendent source for this incredible system. The third option, the most intuitive and logical one, is that this fine-tuning points to a fine-tuner. A cosmic, intelligent mind of unimaginable power and intellect, who set the dials at just the right values to bring forth a universe that could eventually host life. Now, if we agree that a fine-tuner is the most rational conclusion, the next question is, who is this fine-tuner? This is where I'd like to share the Islamic perspective, because it provides an answer that is stunningly coherent with this scientific discovery. In Islam, God is known as Allah, a name that simply means the God. He is the creator of all worlds. And the Quran, his final revelation, describes the universe in a way that directly echoes what we just discussed, over 1,400 years ago. Listen to this verse from the Quran. And we created the heavens and the earth in truth, and indeed, we are expander. Surah Ad-Dariyat 51:47, a nod to the expanding universe. And another, more powerful one: there is no flaw in the creation of the Most Merciful. Surah Al-Mulk 67:3, the Quran challenges you to look for any inconsistency, any break in the design. The fine-tuning we see is the ultimate evidence of that flawless, coherent design. But the most direct verse is this: and everything with him is by due measure. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:8, and he has ordained precisely measured laws. Surah At-Talik 65:3. The Arabic word used here, qadr, means measure, proportion, and decree. It's a direct description of the fundamental constants being set to a precise, predetermined value. The God of the Quran isn't a vague force. He is Al-Khaliq, the Creator, Al-Alam, the All-Knowing, and Al-Hakim, the All-Wise. His attributes perfectly match the attributes of the fine-tuner: immense power, ultimate knowledge, and profound purpose. So, we have a universe fine-tuned for life, pointing to a fine-tuner, whose description in the Quran matches this reality with uncanny accuracy. This leads to the final, and most important, question: so what? What does this mean for you and me? If a brilliant engineer created a complex machine, the most logical thing to do would be to read the user manual. Islam posits that the Quran is the user manual for life, sent by the fine-tuner himself. And this manual gives us the answer to the why. Why go to all this trouble? The Quran says, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." Surah Ad-Dariyat 51-56. This worship isn't just ritual. It is a state of conscious, grateful acknowledgement. It's the ultimate aha moment for an intelligent being, to recognize the design in the universe and to consciously align oneself with the source of that design. This conscious alignment is the core meaning of the word Islam, which means submission to the truth. The sun and moon submit to their physical laws. As conscious beings, we are invited to submit not by force, but by choice and understanding. Look at the incredible precision that allows you to take your next breath. Look at the laws that allow your heart to beat and your mind to ponder these very questions. The universe is not silent. It has been shouting a message of design, purpose, and a designer for every second of its existence. The real question is, are we ready to listen?